Well, howdy there, folks. This is ID Jester. Thank you so much for coming back and viewing my video. As you can see here, I've got a new game that's just come out in the last couple weeks, I think. The full version, anyways. I know they've had a beta out there for a while that you could participate with, but the name of this game is called Endless Space. It's a galactic civilization type game where you start off with one planet and you try to expand out, get more resources, and colonize other worlds, and use these resources to build new buildings, new structures for your planets, and new ships. So I've only played it once or twice so far. I was doing really well in my last playthrough, which I did record, so I thought, well, I think I've got the hang of some of this, so we'll go ahead and start a video tutorial and see if people enjoy this game. And so we're going to go into a new game here. I believe there are 8 different main races. We have the United Empire, the Siphons, the Hisho, Amoeba, the Cravers, Horito, the Sowers, the Pilgrims, and the Xenopods. So I guess there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then of course you can create a random faction. Where you're basically going to choose all the traits that you want for a certain race, defensive abilities, and fleets, and science, and all the different abilities you have. You can name it, but your custom race will be based upon one of the affinities of the normal races. So you might want to use, say, the affinity of the United Empire, or let's say the amoebas. And then here's all your different traits down here. It shows you how many points you have. So we have 60 points to spend. We spent too many. If we get rid of this one there, then we're at 60 points. So the green ones are positive abilities, and obviously the orange one is going to be a negative ability. So really good customization of a random race, or I guess a custom race. So we're just going to cancel out of this screen. I'm just going to try the United Empire, which are kind of, I guess, similar to humans, but here's their traits here, what they do, what they don't do, how well they do it. Each plus symbol gives them a bonus in that. So and some of these might give you starting research, and tells you a little bit about the background, and we'll go ahead and accept that. So we're United Empire. We decide on the shape of the galaxy, the size of it. Let's play a small spiral. Four empires total, us plus 3 randoms. You can of course set what you want in there, or you can just keep it at random. You can play this multiplayer, invite private multiplayer or public, depending on if you want to play with your friends or not. Your normal difficulty, you can see there's quite a few different difficulties. I'm going to set this on normal because I've only played it a couple times. Game speed, slow, normal, and fast. We're just going to keep that on normal as well. Go ahead and start the game here. And one of the other things was you can select your color. Right now we're red. And we're going to go ahead and bypass. There's like a little introductory video for each of the races. Alright, if we look at for those of you who haven't played this game yet, you can zoom in and out of the worlds or galaxy by your scroll button on your mouse. Start off with one civilization there, or one planet there. I guess it's a system, not a planet, because in each system, you're going to see a number of little dots here. That's the number of planets that are actually in that system. So we can tell right off the bat there are 4 systems here. One is a blue icon and 3 are red. That means one of them is colonized. If one of these were white, that means we can colonize that planet, but we just haven't done that yet. So right now we got 1 colonized planet and 3 that we haven't. So let's take a look at our system here. I'll try and explain things as I do it. Click on our system and this brings up our 4 different worlds here. You can see we have colonized here. It has 3 of the 6 maximum people that are on this planet. Population capacity 6, and that's based on the size of the planet. You see this one here is a medium, it's only got 4. This one's a large, it only has 4 though. And of course asteroid belts, which right now we can't colonize. Up at the top here you're going to see some numbers. All these numbers represent different things. What I really like about most everything in this game is that you can just keep your mouse over it and a little tooltip menu will appear. So in this case we have 9 grain, or food I guess it's called. And it shows you exactly where we're getting our 9 from. We have 9 from our planets, we have 2 from improvements, and we're losing 6 from our food consumption. We have 6. This is a science. If you're not sure, again, you can just hover over there. We have the little gear symbol is your industry. So it's how fast you can produce things, and of course 15 of this little looks like a coin, but in this game it's not money, it's actually dust. Is it basically the currency in this game. So we can see what we're getting from this planet here. We're getting 9, 6, 6, and 5. And down here it shows you whether they're colonized. There shows whether or not there is a exploitation on this, which we're going to talk about or show in just a minute here. We tells what kind of system it is. In this case it's a medium Terran planet. And if we hover over that, it shows you what the Terran bonuses are. Then if it has any special resources, they would be down here on the bottom. This planet doesn't. None of these planets do. So we can go ahead and look down here at the very bottom of our world. Oh, let me go back here before we get into this. Down at the very bottom here, it shows the improvements that we already know and can start building on our system. This is a infinite ability that you have, which you can convert 25% of your industry into science, and the same thing here, you can convert 25% of your industry into dust, or money in this case. If you were to put that on there, it would just infinitely do that every turn. To click and add things, you just left click on them to add them back or off. So I could, in this case, this is not a, this is actual improvement. You can see that it's going to give us certain bonuses to our planet or our SAR system. In this case, it's going to give us plus 10 industry on our SAR system. So all the SAR systems is going to give us plus 10. And then it's going to give us an additional 1 for each person on a desert planet, an Arctic planet, an arid planet, a tundra, and it's going to give us minus 2 dust on improvements. And you can see it costs 75 industry there, which is going to take us 9 turns to do that. Besides buildings, the other thing you can build obviously is ships. So you're going to click on either system or ships down here at the bottom. Right now we're just starting off with the pretty generic scout ship, who's pretty much defenseless, but it has a big sensor array around it so it can see what's coming around it. A defender, which is kind of your generic defending type ship, and of course your colony ship, which you can use to start colonizing other planets. You notice this no exploration is kind of blinking. What we can do there is we can actually click on the system here and it kind of zooms into it. So this is all about of our system here. But you notice in the bottom here we have exploitations. There are exploitations we can put on this planet. We can evolve the soil, which is going to give us +1 food on Terran planets and +1 food per person on the planet. And it's going to take us 5 turns. And of course we can do the planetary exploration, which is going to give us money, especially give us extra money on a lava planet. Extra money here on an arid planet. This is for colonial exchange. And of course science on the planetary exploration exoscience station. So the exoscience station, the colonial exchange, the industrial zone, and the evolved soils. So 5 turns is pretty good. We're going to get an extra 1 per person and an extra 1 per person on the planet. So this is going to give us lots of extra food. It's going to give us, if we go ahead and queue that up, you can see it's now queued into our thing. And we can either hit the close button or you can right click to zoom back out. So when this is built, we're going to get +1 food per person on Terran. So this is a Terran. So in this case, we get +3 food. And we'd also get +1 food per person on each planet. And so we're going to get an extra 3. So this one bonus is going to give us an extra 6 food, which will add to our food intake. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll zoom back out. So we're back to our solar system here. It looks like we're starting in the very south bottom of the map. That's really nice. You can see that there's lines coming in and out of our planet here. These are trade, or not trade, they're ship routes that you can take between different systems here. You can see we have a system out there that's uncharted. Another one over here, uncharted. It's a blue sun, which is going to give us the hottest and brightest of all the stars. Warmer, drier planets are common. Easily colonizable planets are less common. We have a protostar, which is a young star that's weak and cool. Little more than a dense molecule cloud. Colder, drier planets are common. Easily colony planets are rare. And another one over there. So we don't have any good locations really right off the bat to try and send our scout, but we're going to do that. You can left click and just drag your map around. This is a turn-based game, obviously, so you can take as long as you want in each turn, think about things. And we're going to go ahead and, well, let's look it up here first. We have some buttons up here. Basically, the first button is going to give us a galaxy overview. The second button here is going to give us our status. And of course we can click on that and it's going to show us all of our systems, our population, our approval rate, our tax rate. If we have any heroes there, which we'll get to when we talk about heroes, how much industry we're getting, all the production, what is being produced, if you have any ships in there. And you can turn on the AI and let it manage certain things for you if you want. I don't. So the first button basically is our galaxy overview. Second button is going to be, of course, if you have any good galaxy, conquer the galaxy type game, you're going to have research and lots of it. In this game, you can see there's lots of little different things to research. Again, we can zoom in and out by just using our wheel mouse. There are basically 4 different fields that you can study in your research. Of course, you have your warfare, which is up here on the top. You have your applied sciences, which are going to give you different things to do with science. Down here in the bottom is your exploration and expansion. And then over here is your diplomacy and trade. It does look like a lot of things, but the thing to keep in mind is you only need to unlock one thing in the chain to make it go up. So You can see here I've unlocked N-way fusion plants. That must be a race bonus that I start with. And I can go right into the neural biotics without having to research this isolated shields. And of course I can zoom in a little bit farther and it'll show you what all the different bonuses you get from each of these sciences are. There's normally 2 bonuses, some of them only have 1. It tells you how long it's going to take. So to get this next research here, it's going to take me 17 turns. But like I said, I don't need to research both things in the chain to get here. So to get to, let's give you an example here. To get to non-bionic particles, I could just research this one and then go right up there. Or I can research, I could start here and do this one, this one, this one, and this one. I could do this one, I guess this one, and this one. I mean, there's different paths you can take to get up. If I wanted to get to this one here, again, I could just boom, 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 and I can bypass these. But the farther you go up the tree, you can see it's going to take. If I wanted to get, go directly towards this dust virtualization, it's going to take me 7,500 turns right now. So it's going to be a while before I can get up there. So obviously, later in the game, when you start getting your research better, that number will come down significantly. So let me exit out of this screen really quickly to kind of go over one other thing. These dark solid lines here are basically, like I said, ways ships can get from one system to another system. There is also called, I'm not sure if they call them wormholes or whatever they call them in this game. It basically looks like a gaseous tunnel, basically. And you need a specific research to get through these wormholes. And let's see if I can find that research. Is this it here? Nope, that's not it. Is this it here? Yes, there it is. Total hull integrity, unlock space travel via wormholes. So to get through the wormholes, you need to have this research here. So we need to research this one, this one, this one, or this one, this one, this one, however we wanted to get to it. But until that point, we can't go through any wormholes. Fortunately for us, we have 3 regular, I keep trying to call them shipping lanes, but they're not shipping lanes. They're basically traveling lanes. I have 3 normal traveling lanes, which is basically just going to take a ship so many turns to go through, depending on how fast the ship travels. The thing about the wormholes is like instant travel, so it can take you from your location to the next location instantaneously. So it's really fast. So if you can get those. So let's look at our ships really quick here. Basically, we're going to have a couple different ships. I believe 2 ships. If we just click on the ship icon, it'll show us all of our ships. Right now we have a colony ship, which is called Beta. We're just going to double click it to change the name of this. Colony, we're going to call this just Colony 1, so we can, and this one here is a scout ship, so obviously we're going to double click and rename this Scout 1, so we can keep track. Okay, so we're going to click on our scout ship, and eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I guess doesn't really matter, none of them are very good, but we're going to right click, start sending it that way. You can see it only made it about halfway, and we'll see if it makes it there at the end of the next turn. Our colony ship, well, let's send our colony ship this way. Oh, it made it a lot farther. Look at that. Oh, I'm sorry, I did it backwards. This is our colony ship, and this is our scout. That's why I made it so much faster. And you can see the ring around it, the scout, is a lot bigger because it has these sensors. Alright, over here in the bottom right hand turn is where you end your turn, and you can also check to see we have some heroes available. we can just dismiss these messages. We're going to talk about heroes next turn. You can't actually hire a hero until you have 20 gold. So we'll wait until next turn and see if we get 20 gold worth of money. So we talked about research here, but we haven't actually decided on a research. This is going to unlock colonize tundra. This is going to colonize arid. So this is why I don't like choosing my research until the very end of the turn, because I want to see I have desert, barren, and asteroid. So none of those are either one of the things that I can do there. Here we can do sustainable farming, which is going to give us a something we can build on our systems. It's going to give us extra food. And another thing that we can exploit on planets. This is an exploit for ocean planets and jungle planets and Terran planets. But notice the Terran planets up to food, two food. This is going to unlock some special resources if we can find them. And this is going to give us basically dust or money on arid, tundra, ocean, Terran, and jungles. 5 turns. And of course, then we can look at our combat. Combat in this game is unlike anything I think you've experienced in any other game. And I'll try to explain it before we get into combat. But basically, you don't do anything in combat. The ships just meet, and you decide what kind of attack you're going to do. And basically, combat's in 5 rounds. There's like a engagement phase. Then there's a long range shooting phase. There's a medium shooting range phase, a short range phase, and then a disengagement phase. The only 3 of those are the long range, medium range, and short range are when you actually fight. And you just basically pull these cards out and you decide whether you want to be offensive, defensive, if you want to use repair, if you want to try to retreat. There's different cards you can choose, and based on how the 2 players choose their cards, your ships or their ships might get bonuses to attack. It's kind of weird. It's kind of cinematic where you just pick out the cards and watch the battle, which is kind of nice because you don't have to really do anything. You can just sit back and watch everything. Okay, so we have, we can do some ion torpedoes, but notice down at the bottom there it requires titanium 70, which we have none of that resource right now. And this is actually deflecting incoming kinetic bullets. Yeah, basically the 3 phases are, like I said, the long range, medium range, and short range. So 5 kinetic projectile deflected per round, which is, a defense you put under ships. Here we got 100 interception accuracy and 1 missile per round. So basically 1 missile coming at each of your ships will be knocked away. And of course we have some better regular kinetic bullets, basically. Right now I'm not going to focus on military. Hopefully we won't be getting attacked too quickly. That's going to give us a science bonus per person. This looks like another SAR system improvement. It's going to give us more science. We already have this one, which is why we can build that that 1 star system improvement. And the other thing it gives us is it reveals titanium 70. So if we find some, we're able to start harvesting it. Alright, well, we're going to go for let's just decide. Okay, let's choose one of these 2. Either one will take us here, but this one will only lead to this one, and this one will only lead to this one. So let's see what this leads to destroyers, which is kind of neat in that we could start building a little bit bigger ship right off the bat. And this one leads to desert planets. I believe our other planet in our system is a desert. Yes, it is a desert. So maybe that's what we'll do. To get to this one, we have to research this one first, so that's what we'll do. Okay, I'll close that out. So that was research. That was a long time, I'm sorry. This shows our military, this shows our diplomatic, and this is our heroes, which we're not going to look into next turn. And this is our menu to bring up things. So we're just going to end our turn. Ships should travel, but if they don't finish traveling, you're just going to click this little button here to execute all the planned moves. Okay, so here's what we got. We've now got quite a bit going on here, which is good. Okay, see, you can tell a lot from the systems, which I like. Wish other companies out there would do this as well. One of the things I really like about this game is you can see things really quickly at a glance. I can see that this system here has 6 planets. There's some special resources on it. None of the planets I can colonize right now. And I can see all that without having to click on anything. How do I know all this? So again, we got 6 little balls here, which means there's 6 planets. All of them are red, which means I can't colonize anything. And of course, here are your special resources. So let's click on this system, see what we have. Okay, here's our planet. It's a small arid planet, titanium 70. It's got that special resource so we can start using missiles. We have a gas, medium tundra, small desert, small barren with some proto-orchids and some Eden essence, sorry. And the little numbers behind it, basically if you were to get, let's just click on, oops, can't click on this, okay. If you were to get 4 points or more, you have what they call a monopoly on it, and you get a special bonus on that. You can see kind of in the effects window there, it says effects if resource abundance. Okay, I guess they call it abundance, not a monopoly. If you got 4 more, you're going to earn an extra minus 30% industry cost on modules that use that resource. So if you were to have 4 or more, so if we found another titanium 70 and we had both of those colonized, we would have 4 points worth. If we had another titanium 70 that had a 2, then we would have a monopoly or a abundance of that, and we get a reduction on the cost for anything that uses this resource. Right now you can see these are kind of grayed out because we don't have those researched. The only reason this is not grayed out is we already have that research. So lots of systems, not very good and not very big. There's 4, 5 tundra. That might not be too bad. And there's a moon on this one. Notice some of them have moons. You can research a ability to start using the moons, planets that have moons. So not bad. We can't colonize any of them, but it's a good start. But the other thing is, it leads out from there. This is that wormhole I was talking about. So nobody can come in and out of this wormhole until they have that research. Right now we don't have to worry about other enemies coming this way. So what we're going to do is finish telling our scout to come. Let's see, let's drag our map out and see what this is. There we go. Yellow sun's probably a good one. So we're going to send our scout the rest of the way out that way. And our colony ship didn't quite make it to this planet yet. We do have 24 money, or dust in this case, so now we can talk about heroes really quickly. Right now we have no active heroes. No active heroes. But down here in the bottom there are heroes to hire. Each of the heroes are going to give you different bonuses based on their abilities. So if we click on our heroes, these are basically heroes in the universe that we know about that we can personally hire to come work for our race. And if we click on one of them, we can click on the inspect button and we can find out all about our special hero. In this case, he's got a labor of 7, which is a pretty high stat. It kind of talks, he's a level 1, he's adventure, administrator, upkeep, how much it costs, you know, it's 20 dust. He's got 0 experience points. 70322 is all of his abilities. Labor is your production of food and industry. Wit is your dust and science. Melee is ground combat. Offense is attacking, and defense obviously is defending. So that's your abilities there. Some of them might have specific information here in the description, but here's all of his bonuses he's going to get, plus 14% in the star system, plus 14% in the star system, 8% fleet weapons, 15 defense and star systems, yada yada yada. So that's his 70322. Let's click on this guy and take a look at this guy. Notice the other guy was 73022. This guy is 04263. So he's really good at offense. He does this very little for producing food and industry. And you can basically tell he's a pilot and corporate. So yeah, this guy would be best if we had a fleet. Put him in a fleet, attack fleet. And definitely his abilities would help out there. So right now we don't need him for sure. Let's take a look at this guy. 0019. He is really good offensively, but he's got nothing that can help with anybody else. Actually, if we look at our other guy again, he can help with our dust and science. He's got a 4 ability, which isn't too bad. But obviously, to start the game off, we're going to want somebody that's going to help us with our food and industry, get that up and running. And so we're going to go ahead and make sure the little arrows under his card and hire him. And close that out. And then we actually have to go back in there and click on him to assign him to a system or assign him to a fleet. Obviously, in this case, we want to assign him to a system. And we want to assign him to our home system so we can get a bonus from his abilities. So we're done with that. So you notice we had 24, we spent 20, we're down to 4. Now the next hero you want to hire, you notice the price has jumped. We're up to 80 gold, or 80 dust in this case. And then it goes up to like 160 or 140 or 120 or whatever. I mean, they keep jumping up higher and higher the more heroes you have. So it's kind of a balancing act of how much you can get from the hero versus how much they're going to cost you. And all the heroes do have upkeep. But if we go back to our system, you can see now we have a hero in it. And when we start hovering over our little abilities here, let's see, industry here, we get plus 1.1 from our hero. So, and our food should be from hero, yeah, 1.5 from hero, so we're currently getting 6.5. So, I think that's going to be the end of turn 2. You notice, again, I can quickly and easily over here. I know that I got 4 turns left of my science before it's done. Right now, our contentment level, we can get contentment, we can make our people a little bit happier by taking our taxes down here, but we're going to lose money here. So we were at 40%, which is 12 gold. And we could take it down to 10 gold and make our people happy. So we're only going to lose 2 gold. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, so end turn. Trying to make the turns go quicker, but... Alright, so let's finish our moves here. Oh, didn't quite make that, but our colony ship did make it. Well, we can tell this is a crap because we got 1 planet we can't colonize and no resource, no special resources. But we'll go in here and take a look at it anyways. Large Arctic. It's got low gravity. Low gravity is the penalty that we're going to get. In this case, it's going to give us 10 happiness, 1 industry, and 1 something on planet. I'm not sure what that little plus 1 something on planet. Yeah, not a great system. But this one here, we're really hoping for good things. So can we continue sending him up this way? Yep, we can. So I'm not sure he's going to make it next turn, but we're certainly going to try. So I'm feeling good about this system over here. Now we're going to finish our ship moves. There we go. Oh, look at that. We got 2 white balls, which means there's two planets that we can possibly colonize. And there's 2 that we can't. So let's take a look at them here. Oh, here's Titanium 70 right there. We can colonize this planet. And look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, good thing I sent my colony ship this way. That's good. And this is also colonizable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8-person system. That would be huge. Oof, and it's got a moon. These are 2 nice things. Back to back. What else do we have here? Tiny Arctic. Yeah. And the huge gas helium, and of course it's got a special resource down there too. But I'm going to have a decision between this really big one or this one. I think we might go for this one because we can start putting missiles. Well, we'd have to research that. There's always like 12 things you want to research and you never have enough time. But good system. I told you I was feeling good about that. And oh, we just missed it by 2 spaces, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's send our scout ship. Oh, we made it through there into this system. Well, this is 4. It's got some special resources. None of them we can get, but let's take a look at them anyways. Large arid, large barren, large arid. Wow. 2 large arid. They don't give you much food. They don't give you much science, but they do give you a lot of dust. 6. That's money. Money's always good. Alright, let's see. And then we have, notice again, we're still all within our chain here. We're going to send this guy that away when he's done. And that looks like, well, depending on what this links to, this might be our whole, and then this one here. But this could be like our, if this system, this uncharted protostar, doesn't have any links in and out except for these 2, then this system here is going to be like the most important system because it's the only way in and out is through this wormhole. So we can just build all of our defenses right here and just make our last stand right there. But it all depends on what we find out there. So end turn again. We'll send our ships on their merry way. Okay, yep, we got. Look at awesome, awesome. All right, so we're off to a really good constellation here. We basically, well, we have to check this system out too and make sure it doesn't branch off into the other races. But right now, the only way in and out of our system is through this wormhole right here. Let's take a look at this system and see what we see here. Large gas, poor mineral. That's going to give us minuses. Meteor strikes. Mineral rich. And again, tundra, barren, hydrogen, helium. Lots of different, lots of different planets. So if we can start researching some of these scientific, which we can in one more turn. Alright, so decision time. Which one of these suckers should we colonize? 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see, we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this one gives us better. So we're going to colonize this one. Yep. Alright. So to colonize, we're just going to click on our ship icon. Make sure we choose our colony ship. In this case, we only have the 1 ship, so it's automatically highlighted for us. And then there's going to be buttons up here at the top, and all we do is colonize the star system the fleet is orbiting. And then it's going to ask us which one we want to colonize. So we want to, at this point, decide on a planet and colonize. And of course, we're going to get some little messages here. Titanium 70 exploitation allows you to developments in all winged systems. And All great things begin small. Message telling us. Alright, so yeah, we finished that. Let's start sending our scout back to this. Oops. Scout, is he done? Yeah, he must be done. Okay. Want to get him out and back over here and check and see what's over there. Alright, so we had started that research a couple turns ago to give our soil a bonus. We only have one turn left on that. You can see right there, there's a 1 there. So we should end this turn and a whole bunch of interesting things should pop up. Alright, do you notice we have like this red ring around our system? That's because it's actually a system. This is basically, I think, what they call... Where is it here? I think they call this a outpost or something like that. We don't actually get the ring, our racial ring around it for a certain amount of turns. And the difference between these is when you meet other races and stuff, anything that's not within your borders basically is free game. So if there was an enemy right here and he decides to attack me here, it's basically open area for him to attack me, even though I got a colony there, because it's not basically in my sphere of influence, I guess, to kind of put it a different way, I guess. Yeah, I think it was Soda's down here somewhere, but again, we can do a, this is a medium ocean, blah, blah, blah. Now, the good thing is, to do colonies, or colonize other planets within your own systems. So here we have Jovanis here. In this system, we actually have 2 that we can colonize right now. What you need to do, all you need to do is transfer people from one planet to the other planet. Right now we can't do that because we don't have 2 people. But as soon as this goes up to 2 people, then we can transfer some of those people over here. So we don't need to build a colony ship. The only thing colony ships will do is take one of your people off of your planet and transport it somewhere else. Well, this guy actually has 2... Oh, because we just finished our large arid. Okay, so well, we can start colonizing all these arid planets. So we got 2 there. We can colonize 1 up here, and that's it. So we got 3 systems all of a sudden we can colonize. So what we're going to do here is build a colony ship, which is going to take 14 turns. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait 14 turns then. And notice we can't click on a colony ship here because we only have 1 person. If we had 2 or more people in this system, we could take one and make a colony ship out of it and then send it off somewhere else. If we just wanted to colonize another planet, basically you're just going to click it, and over here will be, oh, right there, it'll be this button, but it's grayed out. I can't do anything with it yet because it's missing requirements. So yes, you just click that button, and basically all it does is transfer people from this planet onto this planet. So if I had 2, it would just drop down to 1, and then there would be 1 over here. So we're sending this guy eventually back over. Actually, I want him to get right there. Come here, there. And let's see. Alright, so we're done with our research in arid. Now we can come over here and do deserts, or we can come here and do our wormhole thing. This will give us advanced magnetic drives, which gives us a little bit faster movement on our ships. And Arctic planet. Tundra. We were going after desert, but if we do desert, we kind of... we can't... Let me look at my systems again real quick here. How many... Medium desert, it's a 4 with the moon. It gives some production. We could use some production. And we do have people to move over there, so... it's always such a tough decision. Doesn't matter what you choose is the wrong thing. Right now we don't have any military. This bonus over here would be kind of cool too because extra food, the extra special resources. Oh, it's always so difficult. I think having more planets to colonize is in the beginning is important. So we're gonna do desert. That might be a big mistake, but oh well. That's what I'm gonna do. You notice our colony ship has gone away, by the way. So we can dismiss this now because we've got a new research, and it tells us all of our things are done here, and we've finished the soils, and we transferred over, and we're doing a colony ship. So I think what I'll go ahead and do is bring this first episode to a close, and hopefully you'll be able to come back and check out the next video in this Let's Play series. I appreciate you coming in and watching this one, and hopefully we can make it an interesting and hopefully you learn a few things along the way. I'm still learning the game, as I said. Only played it a couple times, but I figured this game is new enough that I could show some people. Maybe do a walkthrough, tutorial, gameplay, let's play all at the same time. So hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, please do leave a comment. Please leave a message. Give it a big thumbs up. Let me know that you like this, and I'll keep going on it. So again, thanks for stopping in and watching my video. Until next time, this is ID Jester signing off.